Hello students, welcome to all. Today our topic is Taro's reward. Dear student, this is the story of an obedient and hardworking boy and his name is Taro. Taro is the main character in this story. So before starting the chapter, let's have a quick look on the characters. As I told you, Taro is the main character in this story. He was an obedient child of his parents and he was very hardworking also. Taro's parents, mother and father is there, then villagers, and last one the emperor. So we are having these characters in this story. So let's start the chapter. Taro. There was a young woodcutter named Taro. Taro was a young woodcutter. He lived with his old parents on a lonely hillside. He earned only a small amount of money from his work. This made him sad because he wanted to make life better for his parents. Taro was able to earn only very little money and he felt bad because he wanted to give all facilities, all the pleasure to his parents, but he didn't have much money. That's why he felt bad. One day it was very cold. Winter season was there. Taro's father said, I wish I had a cup of sake. Sake means it is a type of drink. And after taking this drink, then in winter season, people they feel some warmth. In this picture also you can see it is from the text. I wish I had a cup of sake, it would warm me and do my old heart good. Then Taro's father, he wanted to take a cup of sake. It is a type of drink I told you, but they were poor. Taro didn't was not able to earn so much money. That's why they were not able to drink sake. Okay. Now Taro became very sad because his father wanted to take sake but Taro was not able to give him. Then for the sake of for the sake was very expensive. Why he was not able to give? Because sake it was a very expensive drink. It was very expensive and Taro was poor. That's why he was not able to give that sake, that drink to his parents. Then next morning he got up earlier than usual and made for the forest. He was a woodcutter. If he would chop more woods, then it means he would get more money. So he went to the forest for chopping the woods. He kept on chopping the wood for a long time. His mouth was dry. He felt thirsty, but he went on chopping the wood. He wanted to cut more and more woods because after selling those woods, then he would be able to earn money. So in this picture you have seen that Taro went to the forest. So here suddenly when he was cutting the wood, then suddenly he heard a sound. He heard a sound of water falling somewhere nearly made Taro stop his work. He became thirsty and he heard the sound of water. He had never seen or heard of rushing water nearby. But according to him, there was no water body nearby. He was very thirsty. He ran in the direction of the sound. Taro saw a small but beautiful waterfall. Then one waterfall was there. He drank the liquid, but to his surprise, it was not water. When he drank the water from that waterfall, then he tasted it was not water but a sake, that precious drink. Taru had a pitcher with him. He had a pitcher, means a pot type. You can see this type of pot was there. This type of pot was there with him. So he took the sake in that pitcher. He filled it with delicious liquid and hurried home. Then he took the sake from that waterfall and then he went to the home. In this picture you can see he went near the waterfall. There he tasted the water, and after tasting the water he found that drink is like sake. So in this here you can see, this is the picture, this pot is there, and in that pot he filled that sake, he filled that water, means drink, and then he went to the home. Then old man was delighted with the liquid. When he went to the home, he gave that liquid to the father. He took just one swallow. Then father just only took one sip. After taking one sip, this stopped his shivering and he began to dance. His father felt good after taking that drink. He started dancing. This was his way to show his happiness. His father became very happy. That day they had a visitor from the village who was offered sake. Then one person came to their home. This person, you can see, this person came to their home and they also gave him sake, that drink. Taro told her the story of the magic waterfall. Taro told, in picture you can see, she is a female woman was there, and Taro told that woman that Taro told to that woman he took the sake from that magic waterfall. So the story spread, means from in villagers they started talking about that waterfall. Other villagers came to Taro's house and within half an hour the pitcher was empty. Other villagers also came. In picture you can see other villagers also came there, and after then Taro also gave them that drink, that sake, and after giving them, then the pitcher, that pot became empty. Then next morning, then this news was spread in the village, and next morning, much before Taro, all the villagers had reached the magic waterfall. In this picture you can see all the villagers, they went to that waterfall. However, they became angry when they tasted the liquid, and when they tasted that liquid, then they said it is just like water. It was nothing but cold water. They were very angry and wanted to drown Taro, who they thought had cheated them. Now they thought Taro was a liar and only water is there, but Taro was saying sake was there, that drink. So that's why the villagers became angry. Villagers became angry, so Taro hid himself in the forest to escape their anger. Here in this picture also you can see Taro hid himself behind a tree. When they had gone, he tasted the liquid himself. It was the same fine sake. And when these villagers they went from there, then again Taro, he tasted the liquid and he found same drink, means sake was there. It was now clear that magic waterfall gave sake only to Taro. Now everything is clear. The magic waterfall only gave sake to Taro. To all others it gave only water. When other people taste that liquid, then it turned into water. Obviously God was kind to Taro because he was a thoughtful son. You can say it was the gift of God to Taro. The story of Taro and his magic waterfall reached the emperor. He sent a message for Taro and rewarded him with 20 pieces of gold. Then this story, the emperor also heard this story, and finally the emperor gave him a gift. Then he named the most beautiful fountain of the city after Taro. Then emperor, the king of that town, he changed the name of that waterfall and he gave the name of Taro. Then this waterfall was known by Taro. This was to encourage all children to obey their parents. Because Taro was an obedient child, he always obeyed his parents. That's why he was avoided by the king. So this is the moral of our story. We should take care of our parents and elder. God helps only those who take good care of their parents. Taro was an obedient child. So finally, that waterfall was giving sake to only Taro. And when other villages touched that, that was only cold water. So you should also take care of your parents. I hope you all will read this chapter. Thank you and have a nice day.